What's up guys, Harvick99 here, back with another video. It's that time of the year again. Well, it was that time of the year over a month ago. Throwback weekend was, May 10th through 12th this year? And here I am on June 23rd? I don't know. I forgot what day it is today. But yeah, here I am in late June making the throwback videos. Better late than never, right? Anyway, sorry about the inconsistency in uploads lately. It's just, I recently graduated high school and I've just been really burned out from finishing up my senior year. And I've also been taking time for myself to just, relax and do nothing. And that piled with a wave of procrastination, yeah, didn't help. But I'm here now. Without further ado, let's get into it. To start off, we have Nick Sanchez's throwback. To what? I don't know. All I know is that this paint scheme is celebrating 20 years of the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program. They changed the paint scheme a little bit. This isn't his regular Gainbridge primary scheme. It's matte black with 2 stripes, 1 white, 1 black, and they changed the number font, which, to be honest, reminds me of the old Germain number font that they used to use in the Truck Series. Again, I don't know what this is supposed to be throwing back to. I did some digging and I couldn't find anything. Maybe this is a throwback to Rev Racing's first car that they ran? I don't know. But it's listed as a throwback either way. And it's fine. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Dean Thompson's throwback to Ryan Partridge. What I like about the Truck Series throwbacks is that they don't, more often than not, they're not throwing back to big names. They're throwing back to not just drivers, but cars or trucks from other racing series, from the local racing scenes. And this is a really good example of that. What I like is the attention to detail, because if you notice on the red, it's not just one solid color. It's got a little, I don't know what you would call it, but it's got a similar design to the original truck. And like I've always been saying about throwbacks, number font is accurate, paint scheme is accurate, great throwback all around. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Corey Haim's throwback to Cale Yarborough. I am really glad that Safelite stopped running that same old white truck for the throwback race. They did it like 3 years in a row from 2020 to 2022. And I was half expecting them to run it again last year, but no, they ran the beautiful Red Horse Racing throwbacks. And they've continued that this year with their throwback to Cale Yarborough, the late, great Cale Yarborough. I'm not sure if it's just the reference photo that they used, but the red is a lot darker on the original car. That might just be the lighting and the photo quality, though. So, yeah. Anyway, great throwback. It does the scheme justice. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Tanner Gray's throwback to himself. It's a throwback to his 2018 Pro Stock Championship winning car. And there's really not much I've got to say about this. The number is accurate, the number font is accurate, the paint scheme's accurate. It's a 1-to-1 throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Taylor Gray's throwback to his crew chief, Jeff Hensley. I like the little tiger stripes on this. It's really cool. And one thing I'd like to point out is they have the tiger on there, like on the original paint scheme. That's really cool. One thing I will say though is the orange looks a little bit brighter on the throwback. On the original car, it looks a lot darker. Not sure if that's just the lighting or photo quality again, but it looks darker on the original scheme. That's just a minor nitpick. Still a great throwback. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Tyler Ankram's throwback to Russ Wheeler from Days of Thunder. This isn't the first time that Ankram has run a movie throwback. 3 years ago, he ran a Ricky Bobby inspired paint scheme at Darlington. And he's brought the movie throwbacks again, this time with Days of Thunder. And it's 1-to-1, minus the sponsor, of course. But yeah, really great throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Christian Eckes' throwback to Brownie King. On the reference photos, 2 of the reference photos, it looks like the top of the car is black. But on the throwback, it's white. Although in that center reference photo, well, it is in black and white, I can kind of see that the top of the car is white, just like on the throwback. So, yeah, this throwback is accurate. One thing I do want to nitpick, though, is I kind of wish the little gray stripe, I want to say, I don't know, on the side of the truck, I kind of wish it was silver so that it'd pop out more on track. It being just a solid matte gray color, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. Great throwback nonetheless, though. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Mason Maggio's throwback to Eugene Leached. This throwback has everything. It's got the red splitter, the black circle around the number, the white roof, the black hood, everything. It's completely 1-to-1, save for the vehicle it's on, the sponsor, and the number. But that doesn't matter. That's not the point of throwbacks. The point is to just pay tribute to the driver and the paint scheme. And they did a really good job with this one. I love it. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Brett Holmes' throwback to Bobby Allison. 2 nitpicks I want to make are, 1, I wish they could have changed the number font to match the original scheme. I've said that in every throwback video, but it's just it bothers me. I'm a perfectionist, and yeah, I'm always going to make that nitpick. And secondly, I wish they could have made the rims gold too. But other than that, it's a good throwback and great way to pay respect to Bobby Allison. 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Lawless Alan's throwback to Ricky Schlick. Like I said before with Dean Thompson's throwback, I love how in the truck series they throw back to other series. With Dean Thompson, it was a throwback to another stock truck series, and with this throwback, it's to a legend car. And it's 1-to-1. The paint scheme, at least. the number font's accurate, but the number isn't. But again, that's not the point. The point is to pay tribute. And this throwback does that in spades. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Lane Riggs' throwback to his father, Scott Riggs. I'm going to be honest, I had no idea that Lane Riggs was Scott Riggs' son until this throwback was announced. And yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing moment for me in my time as a NASCAR fan. I had no idea that they were related. My brain just never thought to make that connection. I just thought he was some guy. Yeah, silly me. But enough about that. Let's talk about the throwback. I love how Infinity Communications stylized their logo to look like the RC Cola logo. I absolutely love when sponsors just give brand guidelines the middle finger and take the utmost liberties for the throwbacks. It's really great. And yeah, paint scheme's accurate, number font's accurate. Nothing more you could ask. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Bailey Curry's throwback to Chuck Efall. In my opinion, they butchered this throwback, especially on the side of the truck. I don't like how the number is one solid color. On the original car, it was spelled out and is red and yellow. I don't expect them to spell it out, but I do expect them to at least get the colors right. And they didn't do that here. This throwback is a miss. 5 out of 10. Next up, we have Daniel Dye's throwback to Kyle Petty. Again, with the number font, I don't see why they couldn't have changed it to match just for one race. But again, minor nitpick. Not really that big a deal. Still a good throwback. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Thad Moffat's throwback to Bobby Hamilton's STP 25th anniversary scheme that he ran in 1996. And the reason why I point that out is because the throwback is also an anniversary car. It's celebrating 75 years of the Petty family in racing. They obviously did that on purpose. One thing I'd like to nitpick, though, is that in the reference photo that I pulled up, the orange is like more of a red orange, while the throwback is more of an orange. Again, that could just be the lighting and photo quality, but I just wanted to point that out. Otherwise, great throwback. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Stuart Frieson's throwback to Jimmy Johnson's 2010 Coke 600 car. Red, white, and blue. Can't go wrong with that. I love how Hallmark stylized their logo to look like the Lowe's logo. Not just the general Lowe's logo, but the Team Lowe's logo on the hood. That's really great attention. That's really great attention to detail. And yeah, this throwback is really great. Can't go wrong with some good old red, white, and blue. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Spencer Boyd's throwback to Buck Baker. Not really much I have to say about this. It's a 1-to-1 throwback. 10 out of 10. And for our final throwback, we have Jack Wood's throwback to Tim Flock. This is a really beautiful throwback. The number's accurate, number font's accurate. They even got the motion blur on it, like on the original car. That's a really nice touch. Yeah, 1-to-1 throwback. I don't have much else to say about it. 10 out of 10. And that concludes part 1 of rating every 2024 Darlington throwback. What do you think? Do you think some of these throwbacks should have been rated higher? Do you think some should have been rated lower? How would you rate these throwbacks? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more of me, Be sure to follow my socials, like my Twitter, my Instagram, my Threads, and join my Discord server. Links to all those are in the description down below. Leave a like on the video, and subscribe to my channel for more motorsports content. Thank you all so much for watching. That's it for me. Peace.